What's up, guys? My name's Alex and welcome to Let's Talk, where I talk about all things queer that have interested me in the past week. Let's get into this. So the first thing that I want to talk about is The Flash. I don't think I've talked about The Flash at all on my channel. I am not a regular watcher of The Flash. I think I watched the first season of The Flash. I didn't mind it, but I don't know. It wasn't something extraordinary, so I kind of forgot about it, right? So I've decided to catch up on this season. I think we're up to season 5 of The Flash. With literally just knowing what I know from season 1 and then the little bits and pieces that I've picked up from like the crossovers, to try and sort of, I've just been trying to piece together what's been happening from season 5 onwards. But the reason why I have started to watch The Flash is because they've finally introduced a queer woman into their show, and oh my gosh, she is adorable. So I guess some spoilers for those of you that are not up to date with The Flash and you don't want to be spoiled, but I don't know. I'm just going to sort of let you guys know what's going on in season 5 and who this character is. So the character is Nora Allen, right? Okay. I love her. I love her so much. I love her with all my heart. Anyway, so she is the daughter, here is where it gets spoilery, the daughter of Barry and Iris Allen. So she is, I'm assuming, in her early 20s? So she's a grown daughter. She is not like a child. She's a speedster like Barry, like the Flash. And she's sort of made her way back in time. And she's sort of hanging out with her parents while she's all grown up, which I kind of love. That is it a trope, the future kid coming back in time? I kind of love that. And when I heard they were doing that, I was like, oh man, if only they had like a queer character in that show so I could get into that. Thank you for answering my prayers. So yeah, the most recent episode of The Flash, I think it was season 5 episode 4. I think they're up to 4. I think they've done 4 episodes. We kind of got, I guess, a look into Nora's sexuality. I'm assuming because she's from the future, it's not like a big deal. I'm hoping where she's from in the future, she hasn't had to deal with the whole coming out process. That's my hopes and dreams. And so it's not like a coming out storyline, which I'm kind of loving. I'm kind of loving storylines, that are queer but aren't like coming out storylines, because I love coming out storylines, but sometimes it just feels like they're all the storylines we get. But she just casually is like in love with this chick, and she's just sort of like just gay panicked in front of this chick that she likes, and I related so much. Her trying to talk to her girl crush. Oh my god, I just love her so much. Bad news is her crush was a baddie for the episode, but I'm really hoping we get to see more of like gay panic Nora Allen in the future of this season, because oh my god, I fucking love her so much. I've only seen 4 episodes of her. Oh, and that little bit that I saw in the crossover when she sort of crashed Barry and Iris's wedding, that tiny little bit, and then the 4 episodes that I've seen of her, but already I am in love with her, and I just want the world for her. So I am watching season 5 of The Flash purely because of her, and totally worth it. So I will definitely keep you guys up to date if we get any more cute gayness from Nora. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with her. I want her to be around forever because she is everything. But the next thing that I want to talk about is a new TV show that I started as well this week. It's called SWAT. So I started this show because I saw one person tweet about this show, and that there's a character on the show who identifies as bisexual. Her name is Chris, and she has got an interesting storyline coming up. So I was like, okay, I will watch the second season. It's up to its second season. I didn't even bother with the first season. It's sort of like your typical cop show where there's a new baddie each week. I didn't think I needed much, context to really catch up, and I didn't really. It's doesn't take a lot to get into, you don't need a whole lot of backstory. So I started from season 2, and I think, like The Flash and stuff like that, it's only really just started. And so I caught up fell in love with Chris. She is incredible. She's a badass. Love her. The most recent episode, though, we sort of got that storyline that I saw on Twitter. So I'm actually really excited about this because anyway, I'll talk about it and then I'll tell you guys why. So she is going on like these dates with this girl that she's really crushing hard on. She's really liking. And she's having like a family barbecue or something. And I guess her niece asks whether, she's got a date with a girl or a boy this time. And then, they had sort of that like awkward tension in regards to her being bisexual, but I think they did that really, really well. I liked that scene with her family. Her niece was, excited, but also like when she saw her, I guess, aunties or her mum's reaction, was worried she said something wrong. I don't know. I just liked that interaction. But anyway, so moving on to the date. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot what her date's name is. But her date reveals that she is actually engaged. She has a fiance who is a man, and they are polyamorous. So I'm gonna say right off the bat, when this conversation was happening, I was excited, but I also got really nervous because there was a part where the date was like, you're bisexual, right? What if you didn't have to choose? What if you could have both? And I was worried that I don't know, they were going to do it bad because of that whole, I don't know, connecting bisexuals with polyamorous. Not that bisexuals can't be polyamorous, but I was worried that they were going to be like, well, bisexuals are just automatically polyamorous, right? But I think they actually did it really well. They had Chris sort of like be a bit stumped by it all. Like she wasn't really expecting it. I don't think it's really been something she's considered. And then she had, conversations with her, like, I guess, close friends, colleagues. And I like that I don't know, they didn't sort of show it as this, I don't know, like, I don't know. I feel like some shows like shame it, or almost treat it as like, like a kink kind of thing, But they didn't. They totally, I feel like they did it really well this episode. Granted, there's a lot more to go, but I'm really excited to see what they do with it. Chris ended up calling her date back and arranging to meet with her date's fiance, and they sort of just talked about their relationship and, who they were looking for to add to their throuple. And they went through like rules and just like, what they're expecting from the relationship. And I loved that conversation as well. I am really excited about this storyline if they do it well. I'm excited because it's, a mainstream show, and they're sort of treating polyamory really well so far. We're one episode in, but I'm excited to see where this goes. I really am, and I really hope they continue to do it well. Granted, like I said, it is just like, typical cop show, so there's not a whole lot of time spent outside of these, cop dramas, but I hope we do get more from this storyline because so far it's been really great, and yeah, I'm excited to see more. But moving on from that, I want to talk about another show that I started. These are all new shows that I'm talking about this week. I want to talk about Legacies. So I'm not gonna lie, I think a couple people mentioned Legacies to me previously, but I kind of sort of didn't pay much attention to it because I thought it was another show. And I can't even remember what that other show was called, but I thought it was another show that I tried to watch and I didn't like. But then I ended up watching a trailer for the Legacies and I found out it's like a spin-off from the originals, which was a spin-off from the Vampire Diaries. So I don't mind that kind of series. I liked the Vampire Diaries. I was like obsessed with the Vampire Diaries up until sort of like the last few seasons, I guess. I tried to watch the originals, but I know the Vampire Diaries was dark, but the originals to me just felt like even darker. Like I couldn't actually watch the show. It was so dark, right? That was what kind of really bugged me about the originals. So I never really got into the originals that much. I watched a few queer storylines in it, right? But I didn't really invest too much in the originals. But I figured, the Legacies, starting new, they're 2 episodes in. I was like, maybe I'll start with this one. We'll start from scratch with this one and see if I get obsessed with this one like I did the Vampire Diaries, if we're starting from fresh and I don't have to catch up on seasons. So I watched the 2 episodes. I like it. It's got the Vampire Diary feels. There are some things that I'm sort of trying to catch up with because there's a few references to the originals, which obviously I didn't watch. But I like it. They've got a couple queer characters in it from the get-go who I love. They're... I think the show's premise is like no one's really bad and no one's really good, you know. They're all in this sort of grey area. And that is true also for these queer characters. But I kind of love them, you know? I am very intrigued to see where they go, and I really hope these ex-girlfriends, I'm not gonna lie, I don't 100% remember their name. I think one of them is Josie, something like that. I hope the ex-girlfriends, they've got some tension going on. I want to see more from them. I want to see why they've got tension, and I want to see them back together because they're both hot, and I just want to see them together in their hotness together. So yeah, I am intrigued by the Legacies. I am intrigued by it. I like the characters on the show so far. Not gonna lie, I kind of ship as well. Jo, I'm just gonna call her Jo for now on, and like the main character. They've had like a couple scenes together, no like romantic scenes, but I ship it. Let's be honest, I ship it. But the main chick like really reminds me of the chick from 13 Reasons Why, that main chick, kind of. Does anyone else get that feel, that vibe? She totally reminds me of her, I love her, by the way. She's Australian, she's gorgeous, love her. So I like the main chick as well, just because of that. But yeah, I would recommend checking out the Legacies if you want. Only 2 episodes in. And, you know, if you sort of, I guess it depends. If you've seen The Vampire Diaries and or the originals and you liked them, you'll probably like this show. It's got the same feel, you know. If you haven't seen The Vampire Diaries or the originals, it might be a good show to start off with. I don't know. Just putting my recommendations out there. But so far I'm enjoying it. So I'll keep you guys up to date if anything else exciting happens on the show. Yeah. But I think that's about it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you're new. I want to give a big thank you to my Patreon sponsors. We got Marissa, Corey, and Kathy. You guys are incredible and help me do what I do. I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.